Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to be doing the 2x plus the news that we've had so far about the Fusion event. And we're going to break it down from the F2P low spender perspective. Alright? If you're a man, consider donating blood. Alright? Not only is it healthy for you because men don't have menstruation, so we don't have a way to get rid of excess iron in our blood. It's also good karma to help people out, people in need. Alright? So this is going to be Raid on a Treadmill. And... oh, that's loud as hell, huh? Feel free to skim forward through this part. I'm changing the incline on the treadmill. I always go for the maximum incline when I do this, just so, you know, I get more bang for my buck and I don't have to put the speed up so high to get my heart rate up, you know, because I don't really want to be jogging. I want to be more like just power walking, so I can, you know, talk and do all the things I do in this raid thing. Yeah, sorry. Just feel free to fast forward through that part. A few seconds. Okay, so let's do 2x first. So, it's good that I caught the 10x for this as well. Yeah, so check it out. 2x and 10x for Lysandra. So like I said, whenever it's a legendary, whether it's 2x, 10x, it don't matter. Chances of you getting it, really slim. Really, really slim. So, you know, should it impact your decision making? No. But at the same time, it is added value. So that's kind of how you want to think about these things. It's more like just value, right? So the value for you is if you do pull a Lego, there's a chance it could be Lysandra. Lysandra is definitely one of the best legendaries in the game. You know, it was the same day one of Raid. That's the same right now. She's really aged well because a lot of content require, you know, decreased surge meter and then speeding up your whole team is such a good thing too, just everywhere, not just arena. So, you know, Lysandra is pretty good if you get lucky and you get her. But I think the bigger question here is what is kind of like. So I have two legit ways of looking at the game. I think that's probably unique because most of the content creators that play the game spend money on the game. You know, me, the money I spent on the game was basically just to give away stuff for free. So I did a giveaway for last year, I think, on the second Raid anniversary. So, you know, I can't say that I haven't spent money towards the game because there you go, I gave money away for the intent of spending it on the game. So it's not like that. But I think what's unique about what I do is I look at it from like the zoomed out macro view of an F2P low spender, which is like how does the things you do progress your account, get you to where you want to go, and then I also have a very F2P low spender slanted micro view of like, do these tiny decisions lead to bigger gains overall down the line in your account? So, is it worth it to talk about, oh, 2x, should you pull 2x like every single month, every single 2x, every single 10x, we talk about it? Honestly, yes. It is worth it to do. It's worth it to think about because these like micro decisions over time add up to make a better account. So like, keep telling you, when you gamble for 10x, you're not going to get it every single time, but one of these days you're going to score on that 10x, you know? It could be big. That's how I got Miscreated Monster on my account, was through that method. I'm not sure, but I think that's probably how I got Skull Crown or Sinesha, one of the two. I think that's also how I got Darn, there's been so many that I've gotten lucky on. Burangiri was one that I got lucky on, so you know. So what about 2x? What is the main draw of 2x? It's not the 1% legendary, because that's basically nothing. So if you hold your ancient shards all the way to 150 and just open when there's a guaranteed legendary event, you're basically beating this 1%. This 1% on that, you know? Especially if you pull another legendary in between that 0 to 150, chances are really, really good that you're gonna get 2 or 3 legendaries that way. I mean, it could be 1, but that 1 is guaranteed. And if it's the one you want, 1 guaranteed legendary of the one you want is worth 100 legendaries that you don't need or you don't want. It is what it is, right? So that's the gambling part of this game. So the reason why people want 2x is not for the legendaries, but it's for the epics. Yeah? And I've said this before, but epics are where the power is at in the game now. Alright? So if you don't have a good collection of epics, then you know, you're missing out on a key part of the power of the game that is meant actually to be used more by the FTP low spender crowd. You know, I mean, of course, a lot of epics cross over to endgame, like whale territory, but for the most part, the power that you get from the epics are best suited for the FTP low spender crowd. So it's never a bad time to pull 2x. Never, never a bad time. So the nuance here is you got to look at your account, right? Okay, so here's a good way to look at your account, in my opinion. So like right now, I have 119 ancient shards, plus the 150 for Archbishop Fitzroy, which I did end up pulling. So that's, what is that? 270-ish, 270 ancients. So it's so weird because my current resource situation is not really relatable to probably 99% of the people that watch my stuff. Because I agree, if you're an FTP low spender, people want to open shards. I mean, it's true if you're an FTP low spender, it's true if you're a whale, it's true for anybody to play raid. One of the main draws of playing a game is opening shards. So what I'm trying to convince you of is the diamond hand these shards, bruh. Just diamond hand, bro. Why? Because shards are better left unopened. Let me say that again. Shards are better left unopened. Why? Because we have fusion events every month. Guaranteed champ events practically every month as well. So if you happen to score an epic, void epic for 30, 25 to 30 void shards, and that void epic is a game changer for your account, Inquisitor Shamel, Godseeker Neri, Madam Ceres, those are the last 3 they gave away. Could have made a difference. Or like Rector Draft for what, 4 sacreds? Withier, 15 sacreds. Those are game changers. And then Ancients, well, Archbishop Fitzroy is not really in that class, and also that last epic they gave away for Ancient Shards. It's definitely not in that same class, you know? So you should learn to count points in your account. Just off your head, off the top of your head, you can do some quick maths whenever you try to do like these pulls and see how low you should go, how much charge you should keep behind. So one of the things you want to look out for is for Ancients. The first one is 40. 40 is where they're going to offer up an epic for Ancients. Doesn't happen a lot. I think last year they only did it once, and that once though was Geomancer. Can you imagine? If you have Geomancer in your account right now and you never have Geomancer, what a game changer. Unfortunately, this year they gave us a dud of an epic, so I'm not sure if you should take that as, oh, they might not offer another epic again this year, or maybe they will. It looks like they will because they've been offering more. Like the guaranteed champs offered are slowly accelerating. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like we're gonna get more guaranteed champs down the line, you know? So if that's the case, you should definitely keep that 40 number in mind, yeah? And then the next one is obviously 120 to 150. That gets you within striking range of the ancient legendary. This is better if you're kind of like end game, when you have, I don't know, you've already done hard Doom Tower, or you're really close to finishing hard Doom Tower, and you're literally just looking for that one champ to get you through, or you already have Ultra Nightmare Team, you don't need a particular champ or a particular piece of content. Yeah, that would be a good little benchmark, would be 100 to 150 maybe, plus gems available in the bank. So how should you look at your ancient stash? First, look at your gem count. Every 1,000 gems should be around 10 ancient shards. I know it's 900 for 11, but we're just rounding it up for even numbers, so it's easier to remember. So every 1,000 is 10 ancient shards. Great. And then and then that should be factored into your thresholds in terms of should you go low enough to YOLO the 2x. So one way to look at it is, for example, if you're just on the lookout for that epic and you want to keep the 40 available, and you have, I don't know, 4,000 to 5,000 gems, then it's relatively safe to pull to 0 from there. You know, I would pull till I get my last epic. That's how I would do it, so I can save a little bit of ancient shards. But you know, everybody has their own style or their own way of thinking about these things, and I think that part of it is not as important as the decision to actually break the shards open in the first place. Yeah, so that's it. That's really my spiel on 2x. You can 2x anytime, it's always great value, but at the same time, you gotta think forward, look forward to your account, yeah? So one of the big ones is right now, we are actually getting a fusion event at the end of the month. So everybody said, most likely no fusion event, but you know, St. Patty's this month is St. Patrick's, and we always have a St. Patrick champ. And so far from the St. Patrick champs that they have given us, this might be the best one. You know, you could argue for the, what's his name, the leprechaun guy? Forgot his name. But this one, this new one for March seems pretty good. And it seems like he's endgame Doom Tower capable, you know? So definitely could be a piece of your snowball for Doom Tower hard. Especially for wave control. I'm not sure about boss fights, maybe for boss fights, but it depends because he needs to have a lot of accuracy to even land that decreased rest and decreased accuracy. You know? So maybe it's a thing for Frostfighter, but if you've been paying attention to my channel, you can be Frostfighter 120 hard with Armor Grid Apothecary. You guys can look that up in my channel if you want. So. What's the point really? Monday we're going to have champ training for Krisk, and then I think Mashalad, Mountain King, Royal Guard. For most people, if you're in the Royal Guard bracket, you should try to look to see if you can win that bracket. That's it. It's a big deal to get Royal Guard that early in the game. Because it's starting to look like that's how it's going to pan out. I'm still not sure until we see it. So I think this is a good time to end this. Just wanted to say that I'm so over my limit. Heart rate check, 140. So how should you see something like the champ training tournament next week? Because, you know, I think the lesser way of looking at something like that is, oh, it's just going to be for whales. Oh, you know, it's too much time, it's too tedious, right? But actually, a more F2P low spender way of looking at something like that would be something like, it's a low risk, high reward opportunity. So what are you risking, really? A week of not getting a 6-star champ? I mean, for reals, that's the maximum risk, is a week of not getting a 6-star champ since the announcement. And what is the potential reward? Potential reward is you get placed in the right bracket where there might be a bunch of people that are thinking they have no shot. Well, then you might get a free Royal Guard if you're in the Royal Guard bracket. You know what I'm saying? So Royal Guard is a big deal for a progressing account. And a progressing account should have a ton of food anyway. So the idea that a progressing account can't win a champ training tournament is, I think, patently false because of the way people are bracketed. So there is always a chance you get bracketed with inactive accounts or progressing accounts that aren't playing as hard as you. So you will have a chance to win. And the cost of you just looking out for that chance and then deciding right then if, hey, looks like it's not winnable, somebody's already going all in, I don't want to beat it, or I want to save my resources, I want to spend the time, great. But you've taken a very low risk move for a potential high reward gain. That's how you should do your accounts. Limit your risk, maximize your benefits. That's why I like fusion events. That's why I like guaranteed champ events. And in a lot of ways, that's why I'm a pretty decent fan of limited gambling on 10x epics. You know, it's not, I'm not preaching it like, oh, every single time there's an epic you want there, you gotta gamble for it. It's more like a limited gamble. You set a hard limit where you're gonna close out your breaking open shards with, and then you just stick to your limit. I mean, you know, the limit could be either till you open an epic or till you hit a certain number of shards, you know? So yeah, that's it for today's raid on Treadmill. I haven't had a chance to sit down and actually really do my Zapper Sniper video. You know, I think a lot of people are looking out for that video. And I'm gonna try to get that done soon. Maybe tonight, let's see. Yeah. Been busy, man, been busy. Got 4 kids to take care of and a loving wife to take care of, yeah? So, you know, that's how it goes. Again, if you haven't considered it or if you've never done it before, I do suggest that try to get some blood away, yeah? Good karma. If you're a man, it's good for your health, actually, in the long term. Right? Studies have been done on that. You can look it up yourself. And then, you know, you help people out, help people in need of blood. Yeah? So, I'll see you all next time.